and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today I'll be unboxing and flipping through the Oracle of Pluto. This is a 55 card exploration of the undiscovered self. It's written by Aubrey Houdeshell and illustrated by Ides. I'm super excited because this is published by Running Press, and Running Press did send me this for the purposes of a review, so I'm super excited to get into it. It was also one of my anticipated releases for the year because it just brings a new and fresh concept to the Oracle space, I feel like, because it's shadow puppets. It's a shadow work deck, but the imagery of it is like shadow puppets, which I really love. So I'm really excited to get into this. And so this is the box. So in the back here, it says, get in touch with your deepest self using shadow work as your guide. Shadow work, the exploration of the darker side of oneself in the world, is a powerful tool for self-transformation and exploration. Using Plutonian archetypes and ethereal shadow puppet-inspired figures, author Aubrey Houdeshell and illustrator Ides guide you through this potent process of personal revolution. Inside, you'll find 55 oracle cards featuring archetypes like the crow and the tiger, and an illustrated guidebook with card interpretations and sample spreads. Now, this retails for $20 in the US, $26 in Canada. So it is one of their magnetic open boxes like this, which is their new type of box, which I really love. We have the book that slips out, and we have the cards here that come out of the pocket. Now, the only thing that comes shrink wrapped is the cards themselves. The box themselves does not become shrink wrapped. I did already take off the plastic to make things easier. Okay, let's get into the guidebook. I love the colors. The colors are so nice, very bright. It's the back motif. So the paper of the book is that kind of waxy paper. So it says this deck is dedicated to anyone who has dared to traverse their inner landscape and unearth the power that lay dormant there. Love the little scorpions. Okay, so we have a table of contents. We have an introduction, how to use the deck, the cards, and it goes through every single card that's here. So the cards are not in alphabetical order. That's why they have page numbers, so you can easily find the card faster. We have about the creators and acknowledgements. So we have an introduction. We have some basic information about how to use this particular deck. We have a note on reversals. So pretty much there's no reversals in this deck, but it's really up to you to do whatever you'd like in that regard. Then we have shadow card. Let's see what it says here. The most important component of this deck will be what we've dubbed the shadow card, which is the bottom card of the deck during your readings. You can think of this card in several ways: as an anchor in your readings, as foundational energy, or as a representation of your subconscious motivations, which can serve as an important window into the true nature of the roots of the question at hand. That's cool. I really like that. We have a spread called Integrating the Shadow, the Plutonian, the Unrecognized Self. I need to do some of these. That's cool. And then we go right into the cards. We have some samples here. Oh, more samples. That's so cool. So it gives you a small sample of every single card and then goes right into the meanings. So this will focus. Okay. So we have very weird looking on camera. I don't know if it's like the reflection or what. I'm filming this. It's like 7 in the morning, so might be the lighting. So we have the title, we have the keywords, and then we have the information on the card. And then further reflection. Ooh, we have some questions. That's good. I like when there's journal prompts because you can use them technically as spreads as well, not just as actual journal prompts. So that's pretty good. So it seems like we have similar structure for everything, where we have the title, the keyword meanings, the blurb, and then further reflection questions. Yep. Okay. Okay, so then we have some information on both the author as well as the illustrator, which is great. And then some acknowledgements, artist acknowledgements. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I'll put that to the side and we'll get into the cards. Okay, so the first one we have is goat. So you can see the hands doing the gesture, and then you have the animal also. It's so cool. I really love this. White tail. I'm assuming this is a type of deer. Look at that. That's so cool. You can literally learn how to do shadow puppets from this specifically. Oh. Benji's up already. We have the house cat. So cool. Also, these are the backs. I love them. It's so pretty. And then we have the crab. It's so cool. The hands are like coming out of the coming out of the shell. We have a hawk. Elephant. Puppet master. Ooh, look at that. Friend. World. Wolf. Pigeon. That's cool. Goose. Oh my god. The Canadian archenemy. Swallow. Interesting. Salamander. Snake. Jellyfish. Oh my god, that's so cool. Spider, which is different from the crab, which is cool. A doe. Hermit crab. A hen. That's so cool. Giraffe. Porcupine. Penguin. Skunk. It kind of reminds me of the what was it? When the baboon from Lion King drew the symbol, what was it, with the fruit or whatever in the beginning to signify that Simba's father was going to have a child. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Devil. Ooh. Alligator. Crow. Turkey. Ooh, that one's good. Cardinal. Interesting. Kangaroo. Shadow person. Oops. Turtle. Boar. Tiger. Rooster. Mallard. Unicorn. Oh, look at that. Snail. I see a lot of snails all the time. Squirrel. Swan. Oh, that's so cool. Fox. Bear. Cub. Rabbit. Lion. Camel. Frog. Ribbit. What is this? Tapir? Tapir? I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm going to read this one because I don't know what that is. Hippo. Okapi? Okapi? I don't know what this is either. Okay, I'm going to read that one also. Eagle. Lizard. Gazelle. And griffin. Cool. Okay. So the arm mat And they are taller and wider than standard tarot, as you can see here. Right. So let's give them a shuffle. They will probably stick together for a little bit. And loosen up probably with time. That's what I found with running press mat decks, that it takes use for them to stop sticking. Since this is the first time I'm shuffling them, makes sense in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to do the last card, which is the shadow card, plus the 2 cards that I was like, I don't know what this is. Okay. Okay, let's take a look, find what page this is on. 76. Okay, 76. Tapir, meaning acting in service to others, charity, selflessness. In dreams, a tapir is often linked to gentleness and the need to be kind and compassionate towards other people. This is despite its close genetic ties to the rhino, a rather tough animal. Oh, okay. The natural disposition of this unique creature is rather shy, although they do live in small social units, especially during their mating years. The appearance of the tapir card asks us to consider acts of service as a love language and the practical steps we can take to show up for others. Depending on your personality, you may or may not already embody acts of service as a love language. These tangible displays of love don't always match the conventional idea of romance, but in some ways they may mean more. Part of being a human being is operating within a community and showing up for others in their time of need. Our social selves thrive only when we have a solid support system in place, no matter how introverted or private we may be. If you pulled the tapir card, it's your turn to show up for those you care about and act in service rather to your love for them. Maybe someone needs a favor, or the person you live with could use your help accomplishing a task. When we are physically present for those we care about, the impact of our actions stays with them much longer than anything else does. Offer your helping hands. Further reflection. Read about the 5 love languages. It is thought that we have 2 of them. One for how we show the feeling of love, and one through which we receive the feeling of love. Where do acts of service fall on that list for you? Why? What could you stand to gain through giving without expectation? The answer may surprise you. That's cool. Okay, so this is what I read. And then all of this. I feel like the what could you stand to gain through giving without expectation, this could be a good tarot prompt. And then you could probably read from there. Okay. This one here looks a way off center compared to the other ones. Which is fine, honestly. Honestly, I don't really care too much. But it's something I noticed in case other people notice as well. Okapi. A fated meeting, event, or situation. The higher meaning behind everything. The okapi is a unique creature, partially resembling a zebra, but most closely related to the giraffe, that is indigenous exclusively to the northern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. In many ways, the existence of the okapi seems unlikely, and yet an unknowable number of things aligned to make its existence so. The presence of the okapi in a reading may speak to something that feels much the same and begs the question of fate, whether in a meeting or situation. To draw the okapi card in a reading is a sure sign that something bigger than you is at play. The way things are aligned, or rather the way things have aligned across time and space to bring you to this moment where everything is falling into place, may feel surreal. Moments in our lives where we can see destiny unfolding in front of our eyes are few and far between. There is a deep knowing in our bones that recognizes this pleasant twist of fate, and the same knowing asks us to drink in as much as we can stand, because there is something crucial to be harnessed and learned. Keep in mind that when destiny turns the wheel, it may not always feel pleasant, though it certainly feels big. Sometimes when everything is aligning to put us on our higher path, it can be extremely difficult. This too requires a certain trust in a way that things are unfolding, even if we don't fully understand why. Look to the higher meaning behind this moment. Much is being revealed. Further reflection. What do you believe in that is higher or bigger than yourself? While there's no right or wrong answer, at least not one that we can embrace with unbridled certainty, there are countless options. One metaphor used to define the many dogmas of the divine is that of a bike wheel. There are many spokes, each representing a different sect of belief, but they all lead to the same center. This isn't a call to define God, but to recognize the divine intelligence that courses through all things, all creatures, all outcomes. Interesting. Okay. This is what I read. And then all this. Okay, and then the last one was our shadow card, which was the salamander. Let me find that. 21. Okay, salamander. The alchemical process, harnessing your internal flame. In alchemical thought, the salamander is strongly linked to the element of fire and plays a catalytic role in the process of alchemy. The poisonous bodies of salamanders are sacrificed to complete the philosopher's stone, which is the great work of such a practice, symbolizing the perfection of enlightenment. The arrival of the amphibious friend means that your internal fire is now required for your own alchemical transformation. Sometimes it is important to reflect on what ignites our internal flame, what inspires you, excites you, makes you come alive. Often feelings of fear, excitement, and anticipation go hand in hand. Move closer to this combination of emotions now. In this chapter of your life, it is necessary to push the envelope and challenge yourself by stepping outside the bubble of comfort. You already know what exists there. Try something new instead. Further reflection. Nothing changes if nothing changes, and the entire purpose of alchemy is experimental transformation. You're being asked to try on a new shape or size. While it doesn't mean that you must commit to the first new size you try on, being brave enough to step into something new does signal that you won't be able to return to everything you once knew. And honestly, why would you want to? Okay, so this is what I read. Plus this. I really, really, really love this. I will say that while some of the pictures are a little bit off center, I don't know what happened there, maybe printing issue. The only thing is that there's no keywords on the cards. So if you're really looking to read this intuitively, it may need some getting used to in that regard. Though I feel like you could technically mod this deck if you wish to. Because of the black borders, you could write keywords on the different sides of the particular deck. Or choose the keywords from the guidebook that you really like, and then just write those on the cards, because some have like 4 or 5 keywords, some have just like a key phrase, 2 key phrases and things like that. I think there's 1 or 2 that only have like 2 keywords or 1 keyword. So you could easily mod this if you wanted to make it more easier to use without the guidebook. For me personally, I actually really want to use the guidebook because the guidebook is really well written. Though I feel like with use in this deck, I'll probably get used to the particular cards and what they mean. And maybe even over time develop my own meaning to them specifically. So I'm really excited to use this deck and deep dive it and use it for like different purposes. It's going to be very interesting to do. I also want to do the spreads that are in the guidebook because I think that they're really well done. So now I'm going to switch up the view. I have 2 decks that I was thinking potentially could pair well with this, but I'm not really that sure. So let's take a look and see how they pair. Okay, so the first deck that I thought might pair well because of the color palette was the Mystic Mondays Tarot. This is by Grace Duong and published by Chronicle Books. And so far, I really like the colors. I'm not sure about the art style, though, because the art style is very different compared to the Oracle deck, the Oracle of Pluto. So I wasn't really sure if it would vibe well, in my opinion. Colors are very brightly colored. I'm not too sure. I'm still on the fence, I think, about this one. Like, these go really well together. Let me know in the comments what you think about this particular pairing. I'd love to hear people's thoughts. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, honestly, about this one. But that's okay. I have another pairing. Let's switch it up and take a look at that one. Okay, so the second pairing that I had in mind was the Disney Villains Tarot deck. This is by Minerva Siegel, illustrated by Ellie Goldwine, I believe it's her last name. I can never remember if it's Goldwyn or Goldwine. I think it's Goldwine. Let me just double check. Goldwine, yep. And it's published by Insight Editions. So I was thinking maybe because of the borders, maybe we have like a similar vibe, perhaps. I do really like this, actually. And I've been looking for a particular pairing to go with this particular deck. I actually really like this, actually. And they're both matte, whereas the Mystic Mondays is gloss cardstock. Madam Mim. You know what would be really funny? Okay, so this is already really funny because these are her pet crocodiles or alligators or whatever. And there's an alligator card in here. So imagine if we just got all three. That would be so funny. But we already got a lizard, which is pretty cool, actually. I'm actually really liking this. And sorry if you can hear like someone mowing the lawn. Like, ugh. I don't know. It's Monday. I don't even know why people are mowing the lawn on Monday. Oh, I love her so much. Yeah, I actually really like this pairing better than the Mystic Mondays. And Mystic Mondays, I already have like all her Oracle decks, so those are usually the decks I pair together. But I really like this. Let me know in the comments what you think. What you think of this particular pairing. Yeah, I really like this. This is like so nice. Oh my god. It's too funny. Yeah, I really like this. I'm going to leave it on this one because it's so funny. So let me know what you think in the comments about these two particular pairings. Also, let me know if you have any other tarot suggestions that you think would pair really nicely with this particular Oracle deck. I would love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments below, because maybe I can find other options to pair with this particular deck as well. That was the Oracle Pluto. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this particular Oracle deck. I'd love to hear your thoughts below, no matter what. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.